Yeah, what a wonderful day. So we had a fire in New Jersey in the Pinelands, and it beelined northeast, straight line right to the Oyster Creek nuclear plant. Burned, jumped the highway, jumped the Garden State Parkway, and then went through the Pinelands and all around the Oyster Creek, jumped the Route 9, another highway. I don't know. We had to leave, evacuate. Yeah, sure, your referral link. No one's coming in. I can't create a space on X. Can't do anything if my phone's not working right, and I'm probably 40 miles away right now. I had to go south to get north. So I don't know if that makes sense to a lot of people. I had to go around it from the south. I couldn't go north because fires across all the roads. We were like kind of trapped there. Yeah. I guess they don't want anyone to know that there's this giant fire in South Jersey and Ocean County, and it started in three different places. Yeah, I wasn't taking any chances and hanging around by the nuke plant. I only live about a mile away from it, even though it's not operational right now. They store spent rods there, and there's radiation there anyway. So I don't know, man. I've split out of there, but I tried to do a live on X, but it wouldn't let me. Space rather. So I did a live from Streamyard. Yeah, how you doing? CC say. Yeah, we have a fire in New Jersey, so I had to evacuate with my family. Um, the Pinelands is on fire, but it kind of weird. It started in three different places, and it like did like a beeline, well, like northeast, like a straight line across highways and everything, right to the nuclear plant, Oyster Creek. Yeah, you're hungry. I'm glad am not fine. I wish I could help you out, dude. I'm like the poorest guy you're gonna talk to on the internet. And I don't know where you're on X. Yeah, you're not gonna find anyone poorer than me, but yeah, there's I'm quite concerned for some family members who didn't want to leave. They said, "Oh, there's nothing to worry about." But I have a niece and my daughter and my other son. They live nearby. They don't want to leave. I'm like, no, you got to go. But they're not listening to me. I seen in the clouds all of the EMF clouds, like the waves. You could tell that they're using HARP, and they're still chemtrailing while there's clouds and smoke in the sky. I'm really sorry that you didn't eat in 2 days, dude, but there is nothing I can do to help you. Trust me. You know, but maybe somebody else listening can help you, but I can't. But yeah, I had to drive the long way around. I had to go to South Jersey about 20 miles and then cut across New Jersey and towards Pennsylvania, kind of, and then kind of come up to. I have another son who lives mm, not far from some of the military bases. And I'm in my car right now. We just got here. Got to bring the dogs and everything. It's like that. It's like a nightmare. And then even when we went for gas, the people were fighting over the pumps. Who's in your place? Some guy started screaming at me like I was like he wanted a fight or so. I'm like, dude, I'm thinking, what the hell's wrong with you? Thought it was taking his parking space or something. I don't know what he was thinking. Everyone was like a dystopian future. Everybody's traffic is just stopped. Anyone who's waiting to go north from over there, if that fire keeps spreading, they'll just cook them in their cars like they did in all the other places where people waited too long to leave. I don't know. Maybe it'll turn into nothing, but it's spreading through two towns already. Through two towns. Went through Weirtown, New Jersey, and Forked River, New Jersey, Lacey Township. It's on its way to Bayville, but it's all around the new plant, burned down in the whole industrial complex already. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the government had something to do with it. I just looked up at those clouds and it just told me, look at they're doing that EMF stuff in the clouds, like the wavy clouds, like you could see them just all around, just by around by where I live. They're definitely that's really just seems like a government false flag thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if they burn that new plant and let radiation out all over the place. I wouldn't put it past them. Then blame it on some Iranian or some crazy shit like that. You know, I don't trust anything with the government at all anymore. Not one thing. Don't trust them. I wasn't going to sit around and wait. That's for sure. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe they'll put the fire out. It's just a fire that started in three different places and had to beeline for a nuclear plant. Maybe that's just a coincidence. Just the way the wind happened to be blowing. No, I don't think so. Yeah. So now I'm about 40 miles away, but I don't even know if that's far enough away. Yeah, I just wanted to come on and update people. I don't know because there doesn't seem to be anything on X about the fire. I don't know. It's a pretty big fire. What? I guess 3 or 4 hours ago, it was 1,500 acres on fire, and it was moving quick. It went across a 3-lane, 4-lane highway, then the medium, and then the other 4 lanes, and then went into the Pinelands again. Like within an hour, it did that. I don't even know how it did that so fast. It's like amazing, you know. It's all orange and yellow, orange and brown smoke in the sky. Looked like it was gonna, like a really bad thunderstorm. Some of the clouds were so dark from the smoke. I'm just When I saw it was beelining right to that new plant, that freaked me out. I'm like, there's no way, can't be that unlucky that the only place it's going in one direction and it's a northeast direction right to the new plant from the one place where it started. And it started at another place, then another place more up north. Yeah, they're doing it. The government's doing that. I don't know. They're trying to make a false flag, I guess. You know, I just hope they don't let radiation out and kill all the people here over there. What the fuck, man? That nuke plant is where they store all the spent rods for the country. Like all the new plants, the spent rods, they store a lot of them over there at. I think there's only two storage facilities in the country where they store the spent rods, and that's one of them. I don't trust them. I don't know. It's just too odd that they would pick that place like that. The wind just happened to be blowing exactly from where the fire started. I mean, it's like 2 miles away from where the fire started, but it like beeline, like straight there. Like you could take a pencil line and draw it, like the fire was driving on a road, like straight to it. It's crazy. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna stay on much longer here, but yeah, I don't know. I'm a little suspicious. I'm praying nothing is really crazy and I'm being a little paranoid, but I don't know, between the clouds and the wind direction, I can see the EMF wave clouds all up there, and then they turn into like round balls, a cloud, you know. And I saw that, and I saw the direction it was going and how fast it was moving. I was like, I'm getting the hell out of here. So, I'm halfway across Jersey already, because that's by the coast. It's right near the coast. Um, Beautiful area to live in, you know. But anyway, that's just a little bitty update for today. I don't know. Why would you say I'm lying, Art? I drove south on Route 9, and then I came up Chatham Road all the way to Route 72 to Route 70 west, and I'm near Medford. I don't want no. I can't create a GoFundMe for you, Malfi. Yeah, Art. Go look it up on the news, and they're not telling anybody yet. But it went through Weirtown, New Jersey. It went through Forked River and Lacey, and it's going into Bayville. The last I heard, I haven't seen an update since then. Which direction did I drive? Yeah, I couldn't go north because the fire came across the road, across the Parkway, Garden State Parkway, and Route 9 from exit 69 up to 74. It's jumped across the road, but it went right directly to the nuke plant, which is on the bay, and jumped across Route 9, which is in front of the nuke plant in Lacey Township. And it burnt an industrial complex down right next to the nuke plant, next door to it. And they were saying, oh, it's just a grass on fire by the nuke plant. Yeah, bullshit. I don't believe anything they say. Just a grass on fire. It burned a whole. Never mind. I don't know what kind of fire that is that in 2 hours burnt a industrial um, complex down to the ground. Something else is going on. And I'm telling you, I don't care. But I'm out of there. Um, I still have a daughter and a son in the area over there, a little bit north, only a couple of miles though. But I told them to leave, but they're like, oh, they think I'm paranoid. Okay, I'm paranoid. I'd rather be paranoid than alive. I don't know what to do. I can't get them out of there. I tried to call their relatives to call them to tell them to leave. Anyway, I'm going to end this broadcast because I don't have any, like, I didn't look up any information to show you pictures. You can, Weirtown, New Jersey, forest fire, or Forked River, New Jersey, forest fire, or Oyster Creek, which is the name of the nuke plant fire, because that's where the fire is all around there. Everybody stay safe. God bless.